Oh, the smell of that. Come on, I said. To exactly 44 grams of protein. I'm not 5'6", I'm 5'7". Right, this is what I'm working with for pre-workout. YouTube, how are we? Today I'm going to bring you through a full day of eating, exactly 27 days out from my first bodybuilding competition. As of today, I just checked in and did my first check-in of the week. I put some of the photos here on the screen. I weighed in at 71.1 kilos, which is another new low weigh-in. I only posted a video the other day, a couple of days ago, and I think I was like 73 at the time. So body weight is absolutely flying down right now. And in terms of where calories are at, I don't know the exact calories. Now I will calculate the calories, of course, when I'm editing this video and put it up per meal, so you can like track it out yourselves. Pretty sure it's about 2,100 on a training day, which is today's also training day. So bring you through that. Now, the reason I don't want to know the exact calories is because you're better off when I'm on a strict meal plan and I'm following that down to the exact gram. If I was to know the exact calories and know how it was broken down per meal, it does kind of increase the tendency to like, oh yeah, try to swap that instead, which of course I don't want to do. So I'm better off just not knowing. Not that I would do that, but I just want to limit the chance of that happening. So again, I just follow the meal plan down to the exact gram, whatever the coach puts in, that's what I eat, okay? So I'm going to bring you through every single meal today. Like I said, today is a training day. Now, I don't think I'll bring you into the gym. If I do, it'll be a quick few clips. I'm just going to really prioritize the training performance now here, and like if I go and record in every single clip, it will take up a lot of time. And I do feel like it affects my training as well when I record. Now, I will record videos in the gym, but today is just a full day of eating, every single meal, full macro breakdown, and I'm bringing you through every single bit, alright? So, first off, anyways, before I get into anything, first thing in the morning, I'll have a pint of water, and I'll also pair that with my black coffee, which I'll take simultaneously with my Himbine, and then I'll go into my 50 minutes fasted cardio with my mobility, and then I'll be back in for breakfast, okay? So I'm going to bring you through all of this today, like I said. Full macro breakdown, 27 days out. It's absolutely fucking bring it. Look at that for a creamy one. Oh yeah. It's actually gas like before I enter the prep. Not a hope would I be able to drink coffee without milk, or at least 2 spoons of sugar. And then that slowly but surely went down to just coffee and 2 sugars, a coffee and 1 sugar, coffee and sweeteners, to now just black coffee. We've developed a taste for it, of course. I'm only having the black coffee first thing. It's nice to get a bit of caffeine, like, but working synergistically with my Himbine. But I've actually developed like the taste buds to like it, surprisingly. Like black coffee is quite strong. And I suppose it depends on the brand and it can kind of slightly taste a bit different, but I like it. And knowing that I get out of bed, when I get out of bed first thing in the morning, knowing that they have this black coffee to get up to, it actually does make it a bit easier. So yeah, I enjoy it. Now, like I said a few minutes ago, I did check in today, so there might be some adjustments along the way today to food, but I highly doubt if there's anything that's adjusted, it will be me just later on in the day. He only adjusted my breakfast recently, so there's no need to wait for my check-in to make my breakfast this morning. I will also actually have to meal prep today. I have to fly across the Duns actually and pick up 1 or 2 bits. Only the small bits. I do the majority of my shopping in Lidl for the meats. I keep saying this. I need to get out to the farm shop for my chicken, to Anacali farm shop, and you in Limerick will know. You can just bulk buy meats in there instead of buying the smaller packets from Aldi's. I'm buying a kilo packet in Lidl, and it's like $9.89 a packet, which isn't bad at all. But I can get 5 kilos out in farm shop for 32 quid or something like that. So you're saving money with that way. But again, try to save as much as you can, you know. But yeah, look, I'll have to meal prep in a while. I won't record too much of it, just bring it through bit by bit. And like I said, every single meal. That's my cardio and steps wrapped up. Thank God. That is 50 minutes cardio, and also I have now exactly 3,024 steps on the dot. Time for breakfast. I'm absolutely starving, so get everything out and show you exactly what we have. So breakfast is as follows. So for my protein sources, I've got 200 grams of this egg white. I'll also have 2 bacon medallions. And as for my veg, I'll cut up 1 tomato, spinach, mushrooms. I absolutely love mushrooms. And I'll also cut up a few peppers. So I put this all together and I'll slap together. I'll show you what it's like. Now, this is supposed to be made as an omelette, like it's down as an omelette on my plan, but of course, sorry about the light, it's a bit shit here, it's still dark outside. But it's supposed to be made as an omelette, but the pan that I have, it says it's non-stick, it's just not. I've tried to make it a few times as an omelette, and every single time I try to make it as an omelette, it sticks to the pan and it ruins it, and I lose like half the egg white. So I literally just make this as scrambled egg essentially right now. So I'll put the 200 grams of the egg white into a bowl, give it a good stir. I'll throw it into the microwave for about 3 minutes. Take it out, give it a stir again, then I'll add in the veg that I've cut up, give it all a stir, and it comes out nice and together as like scrambled egg essentially. Give it a good mix, And that's breakfast. So I'm going to put this together and show you what the end product actually looks like. Hopefully it doesn't look like dog food. Whilst the two of those are cooking, I will also weigh out my salt for the day. So you see, we get this camera angle properly. 2 seconds now. So as for salt, I have 8 grams of pink Himalayan salt per day. I'm just going to divvy that out, then I put it into a container. I'm going to share it out across each meal. I know it seems a bit particular, but again, in a bodybuilding prep, it is supposed to be down to the gram, everything, and I just want to take it as seriously as possible. So I will weigh this out to the exact milligram to be 8 grams. I actually picked this scale up on Amazon the other day. It's the handiest thing ever. It's like so small, but I'm pretty sure it's like a jewelry scale, but because it's down to like, I don't know, milligram, nanogram, or whatever the fuck it's called, it does weigh out my salt to be like exact. So it comes in fair handy, and again, look how small this thing is, like in comparison to my hand. You put that in my pocket, like, so handy. And there we have it. That is exactly 8 grams of pink Himalayan salt. And like I said, I'll just share that now out across all of my meals for the day. Comes in handy, just throw it into a container, leave it on the table, and pick it across the day. Handy out. Breakfast is up. It is looking a bit like dog food until I give it a stir. So like I said, 200 grams of egg whites, 2 bacon medallions, 50 grams of mushrooms, cut up a small bit of pepper, spinach, and put it together. And of course, I put a small bit of black pepper and my pink Himalayan salt on top of it. And my tomato. Total macros for this are a whopping 209 calories, 37 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbs literally just coming from the bit of veg, and 4 grams of fat. So obviously not the biggest breakfast. It's easier like this though, because like now, in fairness, for the longest time, I've always been someone who's quite hungry in the morning. So this has been a bit of a change for me, not having a bigger breakfast. My oats were always my breakfast, and that was removed from my training day recently. So now I only have oats as my breakfast on my rest days, and instead of a carbless breakfast as such on my training days. And I will have, of course, my pre-workout meal, of course, will be full of carbs. So I'm going to get this into me. I also have this with the Naughty Boy Hydration with a scoop of creatine mixed in with it. Strawberry kiwi flavour. It's quite good. I would recommend it. Again, I'll always have my hydration. I'll actually swamp that right now before I eat this, and I'm going to get this into me because I'm absolutely starving. Straight on after this breakfast, I do have a good bit of meal prep to do, so I'm going to prep my meals for the rest of today and tomorrow. I'll always cook 2 days in advance. So I'll cook today for the rest of today and tomorrow. I'll cook Wednesday morning for the rest of Wednesday and Thursday. Like, I was cooking 3 days ahead, but like when you're in prep, you want your food to taste nice. And by the time I was getting to the 3rd day, the food was starting to taste a bit like rubber. So yeah, I'll just cook 2 days ahead right now. I have the meat already defrosted. I'll have a few meals to cook. I'll fruit and all to cut up. So yeah, I'm going to get this into me, start meal prepping and get ahead for the day. I'm starving. Chat to you soon. I mentioned the calories there that I forgot to mention about the bacon medallions again. You would have seen anyways. There is 2 bacon medallions in this. But like when I cut it up, now again, it does look a bit like dog food, I won't lie. But again, it's just scrambled egg. Just give it a good mix in the bowl. Put it all together. Like I said, I tried to make an omelette. It just sticks to the pan every time. I've tried to make it like 6 times. The pan, I don't know if it's the egg whites or if it's the pan or if I'm just shit at cooking. But the pan, I asked my father as well. He said like it is supposed to be a non-stick pan, but it's just not. It's a liar. So yeah, the scrambled eggs will do. I'm absolutely starving. Lovely stuff. That is my meals prep now for the rest of today and tomorrow. One of these is my pre-workout meal, which of course I will show you later on. But just for anyone here who struggles to stay on track, the easiest way that you can stay on track with your own diet and your meal plan is to stay ahead. That there took me 48 minutes to be exact to meal prep there for the rest of today and tomorrow. Obviously I'll make a separate meal later on as well that isn't cooked already, but I can whip that together in 2 minutes. So if you are someone who struggles to stay on track and you're not yet already meal prepping, I would incentivize you, or I would recommend that you just start meal prepping, okay? It makes your life a whole lot easier in regards to staying on track with your food. But even outside of that, if you're someone who's really busy, having the ability to just whip a meal out of the fridge, or when you're stressed at work or kids or whatever you happen to be doing, it makes your life a whole lot easier, not just for staying on track, but in your general day-to-day as well. So if you just put some time aside, a few hours per week to meal prep, it'll make your life a whole lot easier, okay? So again, I'm going to get this. I have a small bit of work to do. Sorry, I was about to ramble on there. I have a small bit of work to do. I have a can of Monster in that fridge that is freezing cold. It's been looking at me the past hour. I cannot wait to open that. So get a bit of caffeine into me. I'm going to do a bit of work and then I'll be back to you for the pre-workout meal before I train upper. Catch you in a bit. I forgot to mention to you as well, my check-in response did come in from the coach. So plan of action going forward for the next few days. So I have 2 check-ins done per week, one on a Monday and one on a Thursday. No adjustments so far. He's very, very happy with how well things are progressing. And to be fair, it is the right call. I have just been made aware of my check-in, okay? I did not even realise this. So over the span of 7 days, I'm going to open this up and see if I can show you at the same time. Over the span of 7 days, I've dropped 3.9 kilos. That obviously is a lot of weight to lose in 1 week, but I didn't even realize that. I've just been so focused on the day today. Like honestly, I wake up at 5 a.m. Some days I'm up at 4:30. I go to bed at 9. Every minute of my day is taken up now between client work and prep. And I've just been so focused on taking off the boxes every single day that I didn't even realize I was losing that amount of weight. And that just shows, well, one, it shows the benefit of a coach. They can make decisions for you not based off any emotion. Because if it was me here and I was doing this myself, I would say, yeah, drop calories. But again, you don't want to lose weight too quickly either. Yeah, I need the condition. I do need to dig here, like. But you don't want to push it too hard either, where you become like, you lose a lot of mass as well. Obviously, to maintain the muscle mass that I have. But then also simultaneously, it just shows, stop fixating on the scales. If somebody's trying to lose weight, don't fixate on the number on the scale. Just focus on what you need to do on a daily basis. Do your steps, do your cardio, stick to your meal plan, tick off the basics every single day, and then your progress is just a byproduct of that. Okay? Let me see if I can whip this up. I want to open this up on the laptop. Give me 2 seconds. So if you look at the previous week, average weight was coming in at 74.2, even just before that, 75.2. And as of the average weight as of this week so far is 71.9. Now, I did weigh in at 71.1 so far today, but again, that just shows how fast my body weight is dropping because the average is still higher. But yeah, it just shows, man, it's absolutely crazy at the rate of loss that I have right now. And again, I understand right now it's supposed to be aggressive. I'm in a phase right now where I just need to dig. I need to bring this level of condition, but again, doing it right. And that's the benefit, like I said, of having a coach who's not going to make rash decisions. And we do need to maintain the muscle mass that I have, that I'm not fucking completely flat either. Like, And of course, in this particular scenario, we are running flat to get condition. We need to bring the condition, and sometimes you do need to run flat to do so. But again, just making the right calls here, bringing the best we can, and yeah, keep driving on. So like I said, I actually will do this bit of work now. I'm fucking starving. I said I'm starving for my breakfast still. I'm actually quite hungry today, whatever's going on. I'm actually not usually this hungry for whatever's going on today. I don't know. Yeah, my pre-workout meal is next, and I absolutely love that meal. Okay, so I'm going to get this work into me, get this monster into me at the same time, and then I'll meet you back for the pre-workout meal very soon. Just wanted to give you a quick update on that. See you in a sec. Morning work block wrapped up. I am a small bit behind time today. Right now it is 12:15. I usually already have my pre-workout meal into me, and I'm heading up the gym usually around now. But yeah, gonna get this into me. This is probably my favourite meal of the day at this stage. It was my bowl of oats until that got raked out. So yeah, gonna get this made. I'm gonna show you now exactly what it is. Right, this is what I'm working with for pre-workout. So right now I've got the Sports Cream of Rice, and this is a banging flavour. I've got the caramel biscuit flavour, banging. Really would recommend that. I got this Naughty Boy whey the other day. I'm still unsure if I actually like it or not. It looks promising, like white chocolate, caramel biscuit, again, supposed to be Biscoff. If I'm being honest, I think if I wasn't in prep and my taste buds weren't this sensitive, that I wouldn't tell you it's that nice. But again, it does the job for now. It's good. It's good. It's just not as good as the other ones that I've had. For example, like the Perform Sticky Toffee Pudding, way better. But again, driving on. 2 squares of dark chocolate, 100 grams of mixed berries, and I will of course throw on my cinnamon as well. So I'll start getting this made up, and I should actually show you how I break this down. 2 seconds. I keep saying the word 2 seconds. I need to stop saying that. But yeah, I'm actually going to make this one with Jeep to show you how I do it. So usually, right, when it comes to cream of rice, a lot of people talk about the ratio of water to cream of rice. What I've done, I'm pretty sure for this one, I do put a nice bit of water into this. Do you know what? I think it's 300 I put in. I will confirm now in a second. I don't want to be spoofing. Let me see what I actually put in. I've always just kind of gauged it, not off by weighing the water, more so just by looking at it. I just know now by looking at the bowl and putting in the cream of rice how much water I need for the texture that I want. But yeah, I'm going to get this made up now. Again, I'm fucking starving. Absolute essentials for dieting. Small bowls and also baby spoons. Unless you want to cry every time you're eating because of the portion size and it's gone in 3 seconds from using a large spoon or I suppose you're never going to have a large fork. But if you eat things with a large spoon and the bowl is tiny and the meal is gone, you'd probably start bawling and crying. So yeah, want to savor every single last bite by making the meal look bigger with a smaller bowl and the tiny little baby spoon. Actually, I have a smaller spoon than that. Give me 2 seconds. I know I have a smaller one in here somewhere. That is like a baby spoon. Like that's like a toddler spoon. I'm definitely using that one. Shit gets tough, man. Shit is getting tough. So I've got 60 grams of cream of rice going into this bowl. A lot of people do say that you're better off putting in the water first. So you put in boiling water into this. A lot of people say you're better off putting in the water first and then putting the cream of rice. Like it somehow supposedly helps with the texture of it. I haven't found that, to be honest. And I think I can kind of gauge the texture that I want better when I put in the cream of rice. Because then I can see when the water is going in how well it's going to mix, I suppose, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've just been working off putting it into the bowl first and then adding in my water. I don't know how it's supposed to make a difference. But I get this now down to the exact gram. 60, again, not a gram over. Definitely not a gram over and not a gram under. I want to be bang on all the time. And I will boil the kettle, but I won't record that because that will burn the ear off me. 2 seconds. I say 2 seconds again. Stop saying 2 seconds. Hope that isn't too loud. But whilst that kettle is boiling, I will make up my protein sludge as well. I'm going to leave you up here for that. So for the sludge, 1 scoop of protein down into the mug. And you're going to add in a bit of water. And of course, how much water you put in will determine the texture of it. For me, in prep right now, I like this to be as thick as possible. Obviously not like concrete, but I do like it fairly thick, just so it feels like I'm eating it and not drinking it, you know. Now, I have found, okay, with the Naughty Boy whey protein, I'm so used to perform that this one actually needs less water to mix. I put in water the other day, and I put in way too much. It was too watery. It absolutely broke my heart. So if you do get the Naughty Boy and you like it thicker, I would recommend just put in the water gently at the start, and then if you need more water for the texture you want, then just add it in then, like, you know. Fabulous, would you look at that? Just in time, nice order coming in from Gymshark. I actually got these clothes because I have my photo shoot soon. Of course, I'm 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks out from the show, but I have the photo shoot the week before, and I did need some new clothes. I was in dire need for some new clothes, so that's what this is. I'm actually going to get these open up and show you. But yeah, anyways, I'll make the sludge first. I'm absolutely starving. It's killing to me. Where's my spoon? Like I was saying, when I give this a good mix, try to get the good texture you want. I actually think I've got it bang on at first go. I actually have, yeah. This is the exact texture I want. That's even a bit more watery than I'd like, to be honest with you. It takes a few goes of this, and I'm so used to perform. I might give that a minute to let it kind of get thicker. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. That will do. Like, that's the kind of texture. Can you see that? That's the kind of texture I have right now. Try to get this up closer and show you. This is the texture I have right now. So like you can kind of see it's a bit watery. I like to like have it really thick where I can pick it up and it's barely falling off the spoon. Almost to the extent where if I was to hold the mug upside down, it would barely even come out of it. I prefer that texture. Again, I'm still getting used to this Naughty Boy one when it comes to how much water I'm supposed to put in, but I get there. I need to make it perfect. This is actually about to burn the fingers off me, but this is what we're looking like fresh out of the microwave. So I put the cream of rice with the dark chocolate on top of it into the microwave for about 90 seconds. And again, like it melts the chocolate on top of it. So now I'm going to add in my mixed berries, put the sludge on top of that, and also a bit of cinnamon. And trust me, it is banging. Oh, now we're talking. And this is the pre-workout meal. So like I said, we've got 60 grams cream of rice, 1 scoop of whey protein, 100 grams of mixed berries, add in 2 squares of dark chocolate, 70% dark chocolate to be exact, and add in my salt and my cinnamon, of course, as well. So the macros for this meal, they're coming to 517 calories, and that breaks down into exactly 28 grams of protein, 79 grams of carbs, and 11 grams of fat. Now, I'm putting this on my MyFitnessPal. So if anybody is calculating that down to the exact, I'm pretty sure my MyFitnessPal just like rounds the number. So like say if it was like 10.6 or something, it would just tell you 11. So what I'm saying mightn't be exact, but again, I'm just on the meal plan. This is exactly what it's coming out as. So yeah, that is what it looks like right now. But I can tell you it's only going to look like that for approximately 8 more seconds because I'm going to give this a good mix up. I never actually eat it how it looks. I prefer to kind of mix it all together, and that gets the dark chocolate in food as well. And yeah, this is like my favorite meal of the day right now. It's mad how much more you tend to appreciate food when you're on a diet in comparison to, again, if it's like, I know myself, like, this food is nice. It is really nice. But I know it wouldn't be half as nice if I was eating 4,000 calories a day in comparison to fucking 2,000 or whatever I'm eating right now. So yeah, and that's the big benefit. I think that's the biggest benefit I'm going to take out of this prep as well. Like, my quality of food nowadays is so much better in comparison to what it was, and I do want to keep up the quality of food when I get out of this. When I go into a gainer phase, and I think I'm going to keep myself on the meal plan because I know myself, like, your tendency to like eat whatever to hit your calorie target is obviously a lot higher when you're just following macros. So if there's anything, I'm taking this from this prep and I'm going to carry forward two things. One, the routine of it. But 2, I do want to continue on with like the quality of food that I have and just keeping a nice structure to my day to day. Still having a meal plan, still following like this is my breakfast, this is my pre-workout. Because when I have that structure, quality of food is so much better. And like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I mentioned this in YouTube recently, but I just haven't got sick. I was someone who was consistently getting sick every few weeks, especially towards the end of my gaining phase. But I haven't been sick. I got sick once actually recently, but I haven't been sick prior to that in about 7 months. And coincidentally, that's since the quality of my food was drastically improved. Obviously in prep, getting in a lot more fruit and a lot more veg, so my micronutrient intake has increased. So I'm obviously just a healthier human, and that is something I really want to continue going into the game if I can keep things nice and healthy. Right, it is time for me to head off to the gym. Like I said, I am a bit behind time today. I do need to get a move on, so like I don't think I'm going to be able to record much of them in there. If I get a few clips, I get a few clips. If I don't, I don't, okay? Hopefully you can appreciate it. I do just need to really prioritize my training performance, and if I start trying to record clips in a rush, you know yourself, things won't go as well. So if I get a few clips, happy days, you know? Anyways, pre-workout about to go into the system. I've got a fizzy bubblegum flavour. Honestly, this flavour is so underrated. And one, for the pre-workout itself, the brand Perform, top notch. The flavour, the pump, the focus, and most importantly for me, regardless of all that, is I'm not crashing afterwards. For so many pre-workouts I've had where I'd come home after the gym and I'm ready for a nap. After this one, zero crash, and actually the focus kind of carries on much like for even during training and afterwards. When I come home to do a work block after I train, I can still kind of feel the focus. Obviously the tingle is gone, thank God. But I would really recommend Performance pre-workout if you have not got it. And this flavour, fizzy bubblegum, when I got this, not that I was expecting it to be bad, but I knew it was a bit of a risky one. I was like, ooh, bubblegum, not too sure. I got it, and it's actually quite good, really, really good actually. I was like, it gets a blue colour, okay? And you're like blue raspberry flavour. Obviously, it's not blue raspberry, but usually with bubblegum, there is a very strong flavour of bubblegum, obviously. But this one just isn't as strong. So whatever they've done to formulate this flavour, I'd really give it a 10 out of 10 for pump, focused, flavour, the lack of crash afterwards, super. Anyways, when they get this into me, I'm going to fly over to the gym, I'll train upper, and I'll meet you back here anyways for post-workout meal, and I'll show you all of that. I did give the macros. I did give the macros over the pre-workout meal. So yeah, if I can record a few clips, I will. And if I can't, I can't. I'll catch you in a few. And we are back. Mother of God, definitely feeling the effects of the diet now. Training, like it's still in a good spot, but definitely feeling the effects of the weight loss this week. But look, we have post-workout meal now, thank God. I'll show you what you have. So, post-workout, I have banana, fast-adjusting carbs. I have one of the meals that I cooked a while ago. Now, obviously, all you can see here, a big pile of lettuce somewhere. I mix it in a second. But what's in here, I have 175 grams of chicken. I have 60 grams of basmati rice. And then for my veg, I have peppers, I have lettuce, and I have green beans. And simultaneously with that, I will also have 100 grams of pineapple for digestive enzymes. It is also nice to have something sweet as well after having something like savoury, I suppose. But obviously, with this meal as well, I will also sprinkle on my 2 grams of salt and the little hidden gem. I picked up, hopefully that washing machine isn't too loud for you, but I picked up this sweet chili sauce in little 2-calorie sauce. If I didn't have this, right, if you're in Dunn's, pick up the zero ketchup from Heinz. It is phenomenal. I honestly didn't even know that was a thing until I got to the very end of this prep. I always knew there was like this, the reduced sugar, reduced salt, but I didn't know that they had actual zero Heinz ketchup, so I would recommend that. But yeah, can I get this into me now? I'll give this a good mix. Anyways, out of the banana first. Get the fast digesting carbs into me. Right, when I have it all mixed up and my sauce added in, this is what, oh, Jesus, great start. This is what we're working with post-workout. So, macros for this meal to be exact. I've got 600, where am I? 610 calories with, and then the macro breakdown of that is 51 grams of protein, 92 grams of carbs, and I've got 5 grams of fat to be exact. So yeah, that is the macros of that meal. I need to get this into me. I'd be feeling fair dizzy post-workout, and like, I've been like that for a while. I remember for the longest while. I remember I was talking about the pre-workout a while ago. I used to think I had like an iron deficiency or something, because I'd come home post-workout and I'd be ready to fall asleep, ready to take a nap. And then I stopped taking Total War with the pre-workout, and then it actually went away. But obviously now when I'm in prep, I'm going to be quite depleted. Energy's going to get low. It's natural to feel this way, so like I'm not worried about it whatsoever. I just need to eat and get this meal into me. Just want to apologise if my energy is really low in this video. I don't know what it's actually looking like, obviously, when I'm recording it, but I hope you can appreciate I have a man going through prep. Not to make excuses here, obviously. But yeah, I'd say I'm starting to feel it. Now again, these are things you have to kind of take with prep. Certain parts of the day I'm fully flying, full of energy. 2 hours later I'm crashing and up and down, but understanding that's a normal part of it, you know, that can bring a bit of peace. And like, I think a lot of people can get stressed out towards the very latter stages of a diet and saying like, oh no, I constantly feel bad. But understanding that it's normal but also not falling into the trap of expecting to feel like shit either. Because I feel like if you expect it, then you're gonna make a situation worse. Because like you hear a lot of people on social media talking about how bad they are in prep and how they feel so shit all the time. And I feel like if you say that constantly, they'll eat away at your head. It'll make you believe you feel worse than you actually are. So that's something I'm definitely not going to do. But it's understanding. Like sometimes you're going to feel good, sometimes you're going to feel bad. That's the way it is. Do you ever hear it was like Gattuso? There's sometimes very good, sometimes very shit. You just take it like that, right? Very similar with the gym as well. Like volume wise, like there is plenty of volume in my program right now, and I'll say it to Keen this week, like Keen, my coach, by the way. Is the current level of volume we're doing? Do we need to pull it down? Do we look at certain exercises? Like I still have a big hinge. Maybe it's time for that to go again. I don't want to ask his opinion. If he feels I can keep it in. I'll always do what the coach says at the end of the day. Take his word on it. But there's just certain exercises. Again, that might just be today. So this is what I'm saying. You don't want to make rash decisions just because of how I feel today. Because I could feel brilliant tomorrow and then brilliant the next day and then back down the following day. So again, you don't want to make rash decisions based on the moment. You just kind of, when it comes to these kind of scenarios, you're going to auto-regulate your program to a certain extent. Some days I'll have more energy where I can do a full whack. But it's also pushing through it as well. It's not just, I feel tired today, I can't do it. You do want to push through as well to a certain extent. So it's kind of finding that middle ground between pushing through, but also being smart about your total volume and how much you're exerting as well. But yeah, I have my second work block to do here. I'm going to bash through this. I'm going to have to bang out another few steps right now. I have exactly 8,815 steps, 8,861, and I have 14,000 to hit. So I'm going to get through this work block. I'll go down for another meal, which of course I'll show you again, and then I'll allow for a block of steps. One more meal to finish off for the night, and then that will be a wrap. So I'll crack into this and I'll catch you in a while. Talk to you soon. Right, that is work wrapped up for the day. As of now, it is exactly 5:57 p.m. Again, I'm about 20 minutes behind my normal meal time. But again, that is the joys of prep right now. Literally just a mix between client work, prep, and trying to maintain very high standards of both. Get everything ticked off with my prep and also keep it a very high standard with my quality coaching as well to give the best quality service to clients. So look, next meal is one I prepped again earlier on. This is the benefit of meal prepping, constantly staying ahead, making my life easier. So when I am really busy, I whip a meal out of the fridge, ready to go in 5 minutes, and I can stay on track. So where exactly did I put it? Is it this one? I can't even see through it. Yeah, that's it there. So as for this meal here, again, I've had a video out following my Instagram, but you will see my prep series called Life Out of a Lunchbox, and this is the exact reason. Everything I eat, now obviously I have the odd ball here and there, but it's called Life Out of a Lunchbox because it's exactly what it is. Everything is either out of a lunchbox or on the odd occasion out of a bowl. So I'm gonna get this prepared. Get this prepared now. So exactly what's in this meal. This, like I said, this is the meal I prepped earlier on. What's in this lunchbox, if I can open it, I've got 150 grams of lean mince. Hopefully you can see that. 150 grams of lean mince, 5% fat mince. I've got peppers, I've got mushrooms, and I've also got my green beans again. And I will also add in 250 grams of baby potatoes, literally microwavable baby potatoes. So I'm just going to cut them up, 250 grams, put in a bit of water, and then throw them into the microwave. I will also add in a bit of lettuce as well. So I'm going to get this prepared now. And once again, give me 2 seconds. As I was just recording that video, we've run into a bit of a problem. That old genius up there beside me has decided to blow a fuse, and now nothing seems to be working. Microwave isn't working. I don't know how I'm going to cook this food. Hopefully, it's all back on. Problem solved. Now going to get this back solved. Thank God. I was like, a man on prep here cannot not be able to cook. Thank fuck for that. Bit of panic stations there, but thank God we're back in order. Let me put this together. If any of you are dieting and you're not using baby potatoes, then what are you at? That there is 250 grams. Look at the amount of like volume you get. I'm pretty sure, I don't know off the top of my head, but that's like under 200 calories. Again, plenty of fibre in that as well to help with satiety. So yeah, if you're not using baby potatoes, my friend, you need to get on it. They're also quite nice. Add a bit of black pepper, a bit of seasoning, bang it. Like I said, got 250 grams of here. Literally just going to put in a drop of water, and then I'm going to fire it into the microwave and let it in for about 4 to 5 minutes. Again, if you wanted your potatoes to be softer, I'm pretty sure if you don't put in the water, but I've done before, I just didn't put in any water and it come out much softer. But like I said, the exact same with my cream of rice and my waste lunch this morning. I actually want my food to be chewy right now, so I'll happily eat chewy potatoes, no problem at all. If you're looking for a bit of variety here and you wanted to spice up a bit, you could kind of mash these up, put them into the air fryer. You can make chips out of it as well. That's the biggest benefit of potatoes here as well. Like, you have a few options you can do with it. You can make them exactly like I'm making. You can make chips out of it. You can mash them up into mashed potatoes. You can get creative with it. So yeah, like I said, if you're not using baby potatoes in a dieting scenario, then what are you at? Then as for my seasoning on this meal, so look, they just come out of the microwave there, come out like that, piping hot. Just pour out a bit of water. Then I will add in black pepper And I will also actually add in a bit of parsley. I think it's quite nice. It kind of reminds me of Nando's chips, a bit of parsley. I don't know if it's parsley or if it's a bit of rosemary or whatever they use anyways. I don't know. I like it. I was using garlic granules after a while, but again, I'm just trying to limit the amount of seasoning I'm using right now. Of course, a bit of seasoning isn't the end of the world. But the pepper, the parsley, and of course the salt I'm going to put on is plenty for me. So I'm going to throw this on now, put it into there. And we'll of course heat this up in the microwave as well, so I'm not eating freezing cold food. I'm actually registering for the PCA show today, and before I register, I do need to get my height. So the old man here himself, Bossman, is going to get my exact height in centimeters. Just a mad angle. I know I'm 5'7". I'm a bit of a midget bastard, but we need to get that in exact centimeters.
Alright.
What do we have?
Step out, so.
What do we think it's going to be? I'm going to find out. I know I'm quite small, not the tallest man in the world. What we got? 6. So I'm just under 170.
66 inches.
A whopping 66 inches in height. What a giant of a man. Fucking hell. I'll always claim to be 170 with shoes. I'm not 5'6". I'm 5'7". Unless I'm after shrinking.
Just after 50. You said 66 inches.
I'm claiming 5'7". If anyone asks, I'm 5'7". You're the only ones who knows this. I'm 5'7". I'm not 5'6". Straight to ego, that's after going. Are you getting 5'6"?
Because that's the measurement to hip. That's 5 foot there, look. Each straight mark is a foot, you see it?
Alright.
See here, look. See like that, look, that's 4 foot. That one is 5 foot. Then we're up to 6 inches, which is 66. Or 5'6". Spot on.
I'm claiming 5'8". 5'6" is way too small. Fuck that. Once again, I have put an extra bit of lettuce onto this, so again, that just looks like a big pile of lettuce, and of course I will mix it up in a second. But just like with my chicken meal, I had the sweet chili sauce, the 2-calorie sauce. I have the exact same thing, but this time in barbecue sauce. So I use the barbecue on my mince, the sweet chili with my chicken, again, just a bit of variety. And of course, I will add on my 2 grams of salt again with this meal. And with this meal, once again, I have 100 grams of pineapple for the bit of digestion. So like, I cut these up, well, to be fair, the father cut them up for me today, so man, into 200 gram portions into Chinese containers, and of course I'll just split that up across 2 meals of the day. And in my next meal there is another source of, actually no, I'm getting that wrong, never mind, I'm spoofing. My next meal is actually, as much as I said my other meal is my favourite earlier on today, my cream of rice bowl, the next one is also quite promising. Again, I'm also in prep, anything could be tasting nice to me right now, but yeah, I'm going to sprinkle this on. I need to head out for steps then. I know I'm at 9,259 steps, so I need to get to 14,000, go for a walk there with the boss man himself, take him off for the evening, come in for the last meal, and then get to bed. So when it's all mixed up, this is what we're working with. I promise there is 150 grams of mince buried in there somewhere underneath all of that, but again, nice bit of volume with veg, making it appear bigger. Of course, with mentally think you're eating more, help it satiety, but of course the actual bit of fibre coming in from the potatoes, the veg of course, help a lot more satiety. Jesus, I almost forgot. Macros for this meal. Right, so as for calories, we have got 518 calories, and then the macro breakdown of that is 41 grams of protein, 63 grams of carbs, and 11 grams of fat. So that is the macro breakdown of this. Of course, that is including the pineapple as well. Again, man is hungry, gonna get this into me. Like I said, it is like 6:30 right now, so you need to eat this meal, get out for steps, and then come back in time to have another meal, so that I'm not eating too late, close to bed. So yeah, I need to get this into me, and I might bring you out for a walk, so we'll have another chat. Catch you in a sec. Oh, the smell of that. Trust me, my time will come. Bit of soup, Max. A grilled chicken breast sandwich. Tell you one thing, bet you PCA gold medal will taste nicer than that. My time will come, don't worry. I'll get in there fairly soon. One thing I will tell you, hopefully you can hear me, it's not too loud out in this road. As you can see now, it's getting much darker, even getting darker into the winter. I'm fair happy to be finishing this prep as it gets darker, because getting steps out in the dark every single evening wouldn't exactly be fun. Now, of course, I have the walking pad as well. It does make my life much easier. I do have the man himself to come out and a walk with me, go walking man. But again, coming into the winter, dark, cold, rainy, we're now getting steps. Yeah, thank God it's coming to an end. Again, we'll enjoy it now as much as we can. And yeah, we'll keep driving on. Supposedly there's a bit of a crash down here. Of course, us being nosy bollocks just want to get out and check out what it is. Supposedly, there's a heap of fire brigades and ambulance down by Lyons, Limerick. If any of you are from here, you know where that is. So yeah, I'm gonna go down and find out what the story is. And of course, I'm intending to tick off my steps at the same time. Let's see what it is. Bosh. Now, we definitely did a couple more steps than I was supposed to do. Again, like, it's not the end of the world, but I don't want to be going too over the goal, especially bearing in mind that I have quads tomorrow and I want to have fresh legs. Actually, what I am going to do tomorrow, now that I'm saying that, I'm going to push my training time out and get an extra meal into me. So normally I just have my breakfast, then pre-workout, and then train. But that has been working for me in this prep, because I was finding, Joe, there was a few weeks ago where I was trying to train later on in the day and just energy just wasn't there. But now, in the state of mind that I'm in, I'm going to need the extra few carbs anyway. So I'm going to have a breakfast tomorrow, then have another meal, then have pre-workout, and then train. So my training time tomorrow will probably be like 3 p.m, when it's usually 12. So at the end of the world, that'll actually suit me a lot better. Anyways, without rambling on, time to get down for my last meal of the day. I'm actually on time, relatively. Yeah, last meal is usually 7:30. It is now exactly 7:39 p.m. So yeah, I get this into me. Actually, I forgot to mention as well, I think I did say, obviously you wouldn't have seen me in the gym. I didn't record much. I literally just got a few posing pics afterwards. So a few post-workout shots. I'll throw them on the screen here somewhere. So yeah, like you say, just pushing condition out as much as we can. It was a tough session, but again, just need to push through now as much as possible. So the last meal is as follows. I've got 250 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt, 1 scoop of whey protein, 100 grams of mixed berries, and of course my cinnamon and my salt, which is over there. I'm going to mix this up now. Again, this is one of my favorite meals of the day. It is quite nice. I would imagine it wouldn't be as nice, let's say, if I wasn't deep in prep and my taste buds weren't as sensitive right now. But yeah, it's quite enjoyable. It's surprisingly quite filling as well, because there's plenty of Greek yogurt in it, and of course the berries do make it quite filling as well, adding in 100 grams. So yeah, I'm gonna get this made up, and then I do need to get into bed so I can repeat this whole day again tomorrow. Sorry, I know this lighting is absolutely shocking, but once again, you know the story now. So when on prep or when in a diet, we want small bowls and small spoons. Keep that in mind. Make your life a whole lot easier. So pick up my scale. I'll fire in 250 grams of Greek yogurt into this. Now I picked this up. I have the milk. Oh, geez, I need to open there. This is the Greek yogurt I pick up in Lidl. Now I will openly admit that the Skyr Greek yogurt, if any of you do want to get a Greek yogurt, the Skyr one that you will pick up in Dunn's is much nicer. They don't have the Skyr one in Lidl. I just shop in Lidl because that's where the majority of my shop is, and I just couldn't be arsed going to 2 different places, to be honest. So yeah, if you are going to shop in Dunn's, I really would recommend picking up the Skyr one. It is much nicer. I actually brought this over here just so you can see what I'm talking about. But look at that. That is proper thick. Like, if I try to hold this upside down, it literally, look, it doesn't even pour out. So if I want to get this out, I have to spoon it out. You see, like that kind of thing where it's hanging off the spoon? That's what I think I like it. It's actually proper nice and creamy. And this is what we're working with for the final meal of the day. Similar to the bowl I had this morning. What did I have again? Cream of rice. It's only going to look like this for approximately 8 more seconds because I'm about to mix it all up and tuck into that. Now I will let you know the macros here again. Give me 2 seconds and I'll work this out on my phone. So the macro and calorie breakdown for this last meal of the day, we've got 284 calories, and that breaks down into exactly 44 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbs, and exactly 1 gram of fat, if even. That's like my fitness pal around the number, like I said this morning. So yeah, I'm going to get this into me. This is my final meal of the day, and then I need to get to bed so I can wake up early at 5 a.m. tomorrow and repeat this whole day. This is me trying to get back on track. Something I did say is I do want to be consistent with YouTube again. Of course, not doing the daily uploads, I won't be able to do that. But I will try to be as consistent as possible now in the day of this prep and just show you as much as I can and document the day-to-day in the life. And what I will do, I don't want to guarantee it, but I think I'll try go daily once I hit peak week, because of course things are going to change on the daily then. But yeah, for now I just need to keep plowing on and stay as consistent as we can. Hopefully, by the time you see me again, I'll be down more weight, and body composition, more importantly, will be much better. Posing will improve, and hopefully energy is still in a relatively good spot. So yeah, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to get this into me. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really would mean a lot. I'll try to grow this channel as much as I can, and like I said, stay as consistent as we can, and also document everything in the off season, which is going to be really cool too, and grow as much as possible. So yeah, if you like this, please like, subscribe. I hope this helped you out. Feel free to take any ideas from this and apply it to your own diet. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. All the best.